welcome to Mock the Week. I'm Dara Breen. Joining me this week are Tez Ilyas, Kerry Godliman and Ed Byrne, James Acaster, Hugh Dennis and Tom Allen. We start with a round called Picture of the Week. I show the panel a topical image and ask them to tell me what's happening. So what's going on here?
Tell you what, Harry Potter's aged a bit.
Is the one on the left a member of the cabinet and he's just realised he's a member of the cabinet?
You think it might just be a new way of getting rid of her? They're going, you hide, Theresa, we may never find you.
Has Theresa May just told that bloke there that Danny Dyer and Jack Ma split up on Love Island?
It looks like a twist on the sort of Three Wise Monkeys, sort of see no evil, hear quite a lot of evil. Yeah. And let me be clear about this, evil means evil.
Yeah. Do you think it actually looks like a very sort of typical Tory tableau where Theresa's going, I know you've run away and you're not happy there, but your father and I are sending you straight back to boarding school. I know the beatings are hateful, but it will make a man of you.
Why do I feel that this comes from a very deep place, Hugh?
I didn't go to boarding school. That is a common misconception.
So has Theresa May just told him that there's no more poor brown people left in the Middle East to test British weapons on?
Controversial.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. You're not sure what way to react to that, are you? If I delivered it, you'd know how to react, but he delivered it, and now you're conflicted.
Is the man on the left displaying shame and Theresa May is just fascinated because she's never experienced emotions before?
I don't know what's going on with her face. That's the face I'm like, is my skirt tucked in my knickers?
Well, like, she just said something like, do you know that we're in charge of a bit of Ireland?
Looks like he just accidentally called Theresa May mum.
Is anyone have the correct answer?
Well, it's Gavin Williamson.
It is.
And he is one of the members of the cabinet who are kind of lining themselves up to take over from Theresa May if she resigns.
Yes, that's close enough. Thank you very much, Hugh. Yes, this is Prime Minister Theresa May, her husband Philip, and Defence Secretary Gavin Williamson pictured at this weekend's Armed Forces Day. This week, Theresa May has come under increased pressure amidst rumours of a number of ministers lining up to challenge her for leadership of the Conservative Party. So, who is putting Theresa May under this pressure? Gavin Williamson obviously being one of those.
We can't have a Prime Minister called Gavin, can we? Like, Gavin... Gavin, someone you went to school with, who was always had a runny nose.
He was her campaign manager, so he said that if I made her, I can destroy her.
I can make
He
her
said
out
I
and break
can
her.
break her.
Yeah,
He said I can break her. And then he went, do you want to go to a parade?
That's not the whole point of making something, is it?
Yeah, it's... well...
If you make something, you don't look forward to breaking it. I don't make a cake and go, I can't wait to break that cake.
You make a cake and then leave it untouched.
Yeah, you do break it.
Is your house like some weird serial killer? I can presume it is anyway, Jade. But just like loads of cakes under glass domes.
Yeah, and I'll stroke them all before I go and do Mock the Week. For a little bit of good luck. See you later, Cakey. That's one of them. That's only one of their names. I'm not telling you all their names, otherwise you'll have control over it.
Jeremy Hunt's after a job as well, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Once someone else comes in, he's out of a job forever, surely. They just shoot him up with a cannon.
Shoot him
Well,
up
that's not what they do. I like this, so that whoever comes in next gets to fire the previous cabinet.
Literally, out of a cannon, yeah.
Does it lead to a net, this cannon, or is it like...
Better not land in one of my cakes. I'll be so angry.
If they smash Cakey.
If I smash up Cakey and Jeremy Hunt's there, just sitting in Vicky, she's a Victoria sponge.
Now we have two. Keep on talking, Dara, we'll get the best.
Yes, Gavin demanded more money because the NHS got more money.
And he's got guns and stuff, hasn't he? So
Yeah,
it's
but
going to be
he
quite
has fewer
difficult to turn
guns
him
than he'd
down.
like. And the point was made to him, Gavin, we're not at war, you know, so we're not spending $2 billion, you know, because if we're at war, Gavin, you come back here. The minute we're at war, I want to hear your footsteps running down that corridor. I want to hear, I've already got the checkbook out. Look, my pen's hovering, but until we're at war, not at war. No, not at war, right? Gavin, look out the window. Is there a war? No, there's no war, so no better.
I think it's all very undignified, Dara, all this arguing all the time. I mean, it's interesting, isn't it, that ordinary people, they just have their arguments maybe in a supermarket car park, but then, like rich, posh people, they do it in the columns of Sunday newspapers.
So do you think it would be better if, say, the Telegraph on a Sunday opened up its comment pages to, as you say, poor people who wish to continue...
I said ordinary people.
Well, it was implied.
I think the thing is, everything I say, that does...
But if you say...
Tom, I think it was the disgust with which you used the phrase supermarket car park. That was not really...
How would you say, well, just because you get Ocado to deliver it?
But do you think it would be better if the Telegraph opened its comment pages to ordinary people who are having domestic arguments to basically have an 800-word piece with the headline, "No, Terry, I am not a slag. Your mother is a slag." And a well-argued...
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen how successful ITV is?
Gove got mentioned there. What did
Gove's
Gove
doing it. Well, Gove's very upset. Apparently, he ripped up a report detailing May's new proposals for a customs partnership, didn't he? In disgust.
Literally ripped it up. Literally.
Because it literally ripped it up. And
tore
looking
a
at it, you
sheet
think...
of that man. Can you imagine the sheer primal rage of Michael Gove?
Also, he's the Environment Secretary. He should not be wasting paper by ripping it up.
Good point, yeah.
He looks like he was a frog and then got kissed by a princess, but only halfway transformed into
Which unexpected figure, however, crystallised the nation's feelings about Brexit this week?
It's Danny Dyer, isn't it?
It was Danny Dyer, yes.
Is it the dad one, not the other one?
It's the dad, Danny,
Yeah,
rather
not the one.
than the daughter.
The other Danny Dyer.
Yeah, the daughter, Danny...
It's chaos now with two Danny
Oh,
Dyers.
God.
It's more confusing for me because Danny Dyer is the name of a carrot cake I made.
So Danny Dyer has, as you say, crystallised the nation's feelings in that he called David Cameron a twat, which had a lot of impact, especially considering he was sitting next to Piers Morgan when he said it. Now, how much do you need to hate somebody that you would call somebody else that word while Piers Morgan is within earshot?
We would love to show you the clip, but there are rights issues and also we can't. However, as befits one of the great speeches of modern political life, it sounds best if it's delivered properly. Hugh, could you possibly deliver the full... Danny Dyer
In that sort of... Who knows about Brexit? No one's got a fucking clue. You watch Question Time. It's comedy. No, I ain't got a clue. It's like this mad riddle that no one knows what it is, right? So what's happened to that twat David Cameron who called it on? Let's be fair. How come he can scuttle off? He called all this on, yeah? Where is he? He's in Europe, in Nice, with his trotters up, yeah. Where is the geezer? I think he should be held to account for it. He should be held to account for it. Twat.
Thank you, Hugh. Thank you.
As a representative of the underclass, did I just witness cultural appropriation there? Is that what...
Can you scuttle if you've got trotters?
I think so.
In other news, what's going on here?
Is that miniaturised Jeremy Corbyn gets trapped in a shopping trolley?
Is that Jeremy Corbyn runs into trouble at the US border being mistaken for a Mexican toddler?
Is someone about to push him through it like Play-Doh?
He's saying, please, please, please pay whatever they're asking for my release. They don't have hummus here and the jam isn't organic.
Spearmint Rhino unveil their new cage dancer.
Did somebody just asked him about Brexit, so now he's trying to climb onto the fence so he can sit on it?
Why has Corbyn come under pressure this week?
He's the leader of the opposition and he's not opposing anything. So that...
That is, that's probably getting inching closer to the truth, all right, yeah.
I think his position is very hard because a lot of people in the Labour heartlands of the north voted to Brexit.
Yep.
And so you can't just abandon them because if he loses the north, then the Lannisters will win.
At the end of that round, the points go to Tez Perez. Now we play a round called Gove Island. This game involves Tez and Tom. So if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launch the wheel of news, and wherever it chooses to stop, one of our performers will step forward and talk about that subject. OK, let's spin the wheel. The first subject is religion. Who wants to go in that? Tez.
I'm religious, not very popular these days. It surprises me how much people don't know about my religion, Islam, given how much it's in the news. I've got a... We've nailed that. I've got a good friend called Jonathan. We've been friends for years. He doesn't know that much about me. A couple of months ago, me and Jonathan were in a nice restaurant, having a nice meal. Next to us a table, minding their own business. We're minding our own business. Everyone's having a wonderful time. Halfway through my meal, the balloon closest to me from the birthday table, it burst. And I just shouted out in my excitement, Jesus Christ. Jonathan lost his damn mind. Like, oh, Jesus Christ, is it? What happened to your Allah and Muhammad now, mate? I'm like, Jonathan, what have you won? He went, nah, mate, it's just you bang on about being Muslim, yeah? But in that moment when you were scared, when you were fearful for your safety, you didn't think of Allah, you didn't think of Muhammad, your mind went straight to our Lord and Saviour, Jesus Christ. What does that shit say about you? Rubbish Muslim. All right, Jonathan, I can clearly see this is the best day of your life. 3 things. Thing number 1, you should be aware of this, but if you're not, for Muslims, Jesus, that's our vice captain. Secondly, me just invoking Jesus Christ is just me invoking a British cultural saying. If anything, it shows how well integrated I am. Thank you very much. And thirdly, most importantly, Jonathan, if at that moment there was a loud bang, I shouted in Arabic, you'd have shit yourself!
Thank you very much, Charles. Very good. OK, that leaves us with Tom. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. The topic is driving.
Oh. I have to drive because I run like that. Now, I don't want you guys to think I'm a failure just because I live at home with my mum and dad and I'm 35 years old. Because recently, one of the things I did is I finally passed my driving test. You would not clap if you'd seen me do it. I found the whole process very stressful, and I get quite nervous about it. And people aren't very much help when you feel nervous. Like I'd say, oh, I'm feeling nervous, and they go, oh, don't be nervous. Oh, thanks very much, I hadn't thought of it like that. Where I live, when you first pass your driving test, everyone has to go on this one rite of passage drive to an out-of-town shopping centre which goes by the name of Blue Water. And so I decided I wouldn't go on my own. I thought I'd take someone with me. I'll take my dad with me because I've got a good relationship with my dad, and I thought this would be a great way to end it. And, like, the last thing my dad taught me how to do was how to box. Yeah. When I was being picked on at school. Can you imagine? And he was just standing there going, it's all right, you just got to punch my hands. Just try punching my hands. I was cowering in the corner going, no, Dad, no, I can't do it. I can't deal with confrontation. It doesn't sound right in my accent. My dad was going, oh, I thought you'd be much better at this. I mean, you've already got the silk dressing gown on and everything. So we're sat there in the car, right, and there's already a tension, and we're going along, and we come to some traffic lights, and they're red. That means you have to stop. I've done the theory test as well. Anyway, the lights went from red to amber to green, and I went to drive off, and what happened is I stalled the engine. And my dad, bless him, he turned to me and he said, "Concentrate!" Which is such a calming thing to say.
Thank you very much, well done, both of you. And that round of applause goes to Tessa. Well done. Our next round is called If This Is the Answer, What Is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. Kerry, which category would you like?
Home news, please.
Your category is home news. The answer is chicken, beer and crumpets. What is the question?
Is it the nicknames I've given my nipples?
Is it the name of Gwyneth Paltrow's children?
What did Gaza turn up with when Maradona was in hospital?
Is it in my song about my favourite things? What line comes after Dickens, Deers and Drum Kits?
Is it, what is the name of the least successful Earth, Wind and Fire tribute act?
Is it, what is the password to my new secret chicken, beer and crumpets club?
Is it what Nigella Lawson calls for the second the camera switches off?
And that's the wrap. Give us some beer! Take a fag out of the oven. Oh, get some beer!
Is it people who search for turkey, wine and muffins also searched for?
Is it what my bra smells like on New Year's Day?
Kerry, do you say crumpet or do you say crumpet?
We're coming from very different...
I am not as posh as I think I am.
Are those crumpet toasty?
You're very Waitrose, I'm a bit more Aldi.
Yeah.
Oh, Aldi's great, though, for bread.
Patronise me.
And the car park is a wonderful place to have an argument with women.
I go there all the time just to watch.
I didn't have the correct answer.
It's what are we going to have a shortage of, I think, because of the CO2 shortage.
Absolutely right. Thank you very much, Hugh. Yes, the question I was looking for was, what foods have been affected by a recent shortage of CO2? Chicken, beer and crumpets are just some of the things in short supply in the UK owing to a temporary break in the production of carbon dioxide. Now, what way has the country been affected by the CO2 crisis?
In Asda online, they're rationing the amount of Coke and Pepsi you can buy to 6 massive bottles.
Serious, Stu? How am I meant to have a fizzy bath?
Who's coming to the rescue in the CO2 crisis?
The Norwegians.
The Norwegians? What are the Norwegians
They're
bringing?
sending a barge
Yeah.
with 10,000 tonnes of CO2
Yes.
on it to our rescue.
This does sound like a scam, though, in a kind of a... Yes, I've got your odorless invisible gas here. If you'd just like to sign here and give me the check, I have it in my pocket right here. It's amazing how small it is when you just compact it down. Careful, 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 careful. It's yours now.
It's a really...
Run off in Norwegian.
What was
that was
that?
Norwegian for we've done it, quick, get out of here.
I found a way round the fizzy drinks thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Nando's do bottomless soft drinks.
You've solved that one, haven't you?
For the price of one, I got it forever.
Yes, but
The following day, just standing there. They're unlocking and you're just standing at the door going, tap, tap, tap.
I was just wondering, Dara, if you read about Britain's potato shortage and felt the same way I did. Was that...
A little wry smile, maybe? Well, if you will rely on potatoes, you'll find that'll bite you in the arse sometime. In other news, what's going on here?
Explain to us what football is, Tom. Explain.
It's where all the straight people go.
So England on Tuesday progressed to the quarter-finals of the World Cup where they faced Sweden on Saturday. But who's, without gloating, had a bad World Cup?
Germany.
Germany have very
Germany
bad,
won a very World Cup. They're the previous world champions.
Yeah.
But I guess it's not the first time that Germany have become unstuck in Russia.
What, too soon?
Hopefully they'll react better this time.
Who is becoming a likely fashion icon at this tournament?
Oh, the England manager, him.
Yes.
I wear a lot of waistcoats as well, may I say, so I don't know if it's exclusively Gareth Southgate who's made them popular.
Well, I mean,
All I'm saying, Gareth, is I see you. If you shoot for the king, you better not miss.
As soon as England starts to do well, it's always like, oh, we could win this.
Yeah.
See this guy who got a tattoo of saying England World Cup winners 2018 tattooed on his belly.
Already?
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
tattoo.
he looks exactly like I imagined.
In other news, what problems has heatwave caused?
fires.
Fire! Yes, thank you. It's almost elemental. Fire! That's fire.
Only there was a metaphor available to describe the wildfire spreading.
Yes.
Why don't we name heat waves? We name cold snaps and storms, don't we? Oh, yeah. We should name a heat wave Sweaty Betty, Claggy Brenda.
I love it. I've been wearing my shades. Wear my shades, and I become a different person when I got my shades on. Called Cool James. Cool James is very... Would you like to meet him?
I'm excited now, yes.
I thought Cool James was the name of your Eccles cakes.
Yeah.
No way.
That's cool.
That was cool.
Really cool.
Hey, cool. I don't know who this pretty cool guy is, but welcome to Mock the Week.
Whatever.
OK, cool, James. How does Cool James feel about continuity within a television programme?
Hey, you tell all those editors in your ear. Editing a show down. Not cool. He's gone. He's gone. Where's he gone? He's gone. He went away.
You know what? You know what doesn't work? Cool Hugh. That doesn't work. This is even
Cool
scandalous.
Hugh, I'd like you to meet my friend, Blind Ed.
At the end of that round, the points go to James, Hugh and Tom. Now we come to scenes we'd like to see. So if everyone can make their way over to the performance area, I'll read out this week's topics and we'll see what our panelists can come up with. OK, here we go. The first subject is things you wouldn't hear on a property show.
So, it's a 2 up, 2 down. It's unusual, but those are the testicles I was born with.
Welcome to the show. We'll be looking at houses that have been designed by someone's nan. Yes, it's grand designs.
Of course, finding something in London on your budget was very, very difficult. So this property does come with a bit of a commute. Welcome to Stoke.
All property is theft. Good night.
Bit mean, but we've put together a montage of first-time buyers being told about stamp duty for the first time.
I begged Gary for an extension. He went and got a conservatory. I actually meant a penis enlargement.
This week, Bert has bought a yurt. And that sentence alone makes this the most fun show we've ever done.
Hi, I'm Kirsty Allsop, and this week I'll be patronising more millennials. You can't have dreams and a second bedroom. Wake up.
Well, this used to be a railway station, but there haven't been any trains here for nearly 40 years. It's Haywards Heath on Southern Railway.
And Simon has converted this railway carriage into his very own office, just by yelling into his mobile phone like an arsehole.
This house was built on an ancient burial ground, which is why the episode's been hosted by me, the ghost of a hunchback Victorian boy trying to explain fixed-rate mortgages.
Now, this next property is about £50,000 over Philip and Susan's budget. Luckily, though, Philip's grandmother has just died.
Loads of notorious people live on these here branches. Piers Morgan, Katie Hopkins, Donald Trump. So, what? Escape to the country? No, this is escape to the...
So if you want to brighten up your kitchen, turn the light on.
Susan turned her two-bedroom house into a 10-bedroom house by putting a bed in every room.
I'm Danny Dyer. Welcome to Let's Do This Gaff Up.
Well, there you go. Immediately, you can see how much roomier it looks without the old lady and the oxygen cylinders.
OK, the next topic is unlikely dating profiles.
Do you want a man who's comfortable to say the word love? Call me. I'm a Wimbledon umpire.
Hey, do you like it when two bodies come together and fall into great ecstasy? Me too. Let's find some and watch them from the bushes.
Once you go Asian, you'll never go Caucasian.
True story?
I like long walks on the beach, a pebble beach, barefoot. I love pain. I love pain!
Vegan woman in her 30s seeks vegan man for fun, companionship, and joyless dinners out.
And would it impress you to know that I typed out this entire profile using my dick?
Lady, aged 50, never married, loves books, gardening, knitting and long walks. Seeks a gentleman who's very kind and likes similar things. Must be hung like a Hoover.
Sensible man with Bingley Building Society gold account at 1.85%. Seeks woman with similar interest.
Hello, I'm looking for a bloke called Dave. He's been hanging out in Nice, apparently got his trotters up.
Man in his 40s, owner of Foldy-Uppy Bike, looking for any woman who's interested in me demonstrating my Foldy-Uppy bike. Look, it folds up.
Ambitious man with no sense of work-life balance seeks woman... I haven't got time for this.
You could say I'm a bit old-fashioned in that I'm a phenomenal bigot.
Man with huge belly seeks concave woman.
Female, early 60s, high achiever, snappy dressing leader of the Conservative Party, very horny, has the potential to fuck the whole country.
OK, again, that performance by Terry Lang. That's the end of the show. This week's winners are James A. Carter, Hugh Dennis and Tom Allen. Commiserations to Tez Ilias, Kerry Godliman and Ed Byrne. Thank you for watching. I'm Darragh Breen. Good night.
A comedian out of his comfort zone in far-flung countries, the misadventures of Romesh Ranganathan on BBC iPlayer and here next Sunday. Friday nights on BBC 4, the place for music with smashing hits, the 80s pop map of Britain and Ireland tomorrow night at 10.